Number one, obviously, is Lisbeth Salander. I really like her character. I think she's interesting. She's very much the tragic hero of the story. She has so much trauma in her past that it's just fucking stupid. And she just has so many people against her. And I even in the books they even mentioned that all of these people are against her just for really for no reason. So really like her character. She's definitely one of my favorite female characters, if not one of my favorite characters, or not if not as well as one of my favorite characters, like in books. So I really, really enjoy her. Coming up number two, of course, Mikael Blomkvist. I didn't think I liked his character. Really enjoyed his character. I really liked his character. The man is absolutely smart. He's brilliant. I love the chemistry between these two. I love that these two have so many differences that complement each other. And I love that they have this like love hate relationship with one another, but ultimately they care for one another, they're loyal to one another, and they're just absolutely great together. Mikael Blomkvist, dude's really resourceful, really smart, really passionate, and he has that drive. He's got that juice, and I like that about his character so damn much. When he gets the trail and he goes on a hunt, he's on it, and I love that about his character. So Bloomfest, bam, really good guy. Again, I have to say, Erica Berger, one of my favorite characters. She is the editor in chief of Millennium, which is the magazine that Bloomfish is a journalist for. And I really like Berger. Again, she's smart. She's resourceful. She's one of the strongest women in terms of character in the series. She's very grounded. She's level-headed. She's one of my favorite characters. Has really good moments. Has really good dialogue. Has really good insight. And I love the business aspect of Millennium, which she does a great job of handling, as well as again with Bloomfish. I really like their relationship as well, and she is his rock as well as her being him being her rock. So I really enjoyed her character as well. Coming in next with will be Dragon Armansky. Now Armansky is the CEO, founder, the head of uh, the security firm that Lisbeth initially is working for. And again, I like his character. I like his devotion that he has to Elizabeth. He kind of reminds me of Bloomfist in that way, in which he isn't necessarily her friend, but he has a strong conviction when it comes to her innocence. And he does really, really care for the character. I like that the man is compassionate. He's level headed, though. He's strong, he's firm, but he has a really soft side to him. And I really appreciate that about his character. And especially in the story, and you see how many people are pretty much assholes, especially to her character. It's nice to see a character actually be genuine with her, care about her, and stuff like that without just being overly an asshole to her. So I like Armansky, and especially when things start to get a bit more heavy, what he puts on the line for her. And I really, 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 really thumbs up to him for that. Thumbs up. I'm kind of stuttering. But also, coming in at number five, Camilla. I like Camilla. I like her. She's manipulative. She's a bitch, but and like Lisbeth, she has a tragic past as well that helped form her personality, and it's through the mutual mistreatment of their father that made ultimately broke those two up from each other and ultimately made them to who they are. And I like her because she's just as tragic a character as Lisbeth is, despite the fact that she's actually just this terrorist. And I like that. I like that she also has insecurities. I like that she does feel grounded as well. One of the things that they absolutely push in the story is while Lisbeth is exceptionally smart, Ronald is exceptionally strong, Camille is exceptionally beautiful. And all three of them, these characters, utilize their specific skill sets to achieve quite a lot. So Camille Might not be as smart as Lisbeth, but she is manipulative. She is sneaky. She's resourceful, and she will use her beauty in a second to get what she wants. And she does not give a damn about nobody else. So I really do like her character, and I love female villains that are able to use their beauty, their sexuality, and to be able to coerce and to manipulate other people and to get what they want. I like that because it's not the whole man China feminist crap that's going on. It's actually her utilizing her skill set and talents and beauty and what she has to make herself to make herself compete, I guess you could say. And if you can do that and you could be this super villain like she is, then hell yeah, all for her. So I like Camilla. Uh, Again, I had said number 6, Anika Gianni, who is Blomkvist's sister, who's a lawyer. I think she's a lawyer for something else, but she ends up representing Lisbeth in the girl who kicked the hornet's nest. And I really like her character. I like her the fact that she's kind of out of her depth, but she's competent, she's confident, she's smart, she's resourceful, she actually cares. She isn't like a lot of the characters are assholes in it. She's actually a good person. And all the characters, I would say she's definitely one of the most human characters in the story. I like her attitude. I like the back and forth she has with her brother. I like the fact that she's willing to stand on her convictions. I like the fact that she is not afraid to get into Elizabeth's ass, especially in the other book. But there was a scene where Lisbeth like went on vacation for some months or something like that and never called. And then when Anika ended up finally getting in hold with her, she kind of went off on him like, "Hey, you gotta let me know what's going on. What's wrong with you?" So I really like her character, and it's interesting because she's kind of an outside character despite her relationship with Blomkvist, and I like seeing her perspective on things. So I really like that insight of that character as well. Coming in at number 6 is Benito. Wait, no, 7 is Benito. I like her character. Again, she's another female villain, but it's cool. It's interesting because a majority of the bad guys in the story are dudes. Different ways of life from thug street criminals all the way to corporate ladder, all the way to the government. But it's nice seeing Elizabeth have to deal with female characters that are villainous, that want to see her dead or want to see her harmed or really want to see her in just the worst possible position. Hello, can I have your shirt? I could have sworn someone asked me that before. No, but it's a cool shirt. It's called Thinking. You should try it sometime. Where did I get this? Spencer's, I think. If not Spencer's, probably Walmart. But I think it was Spencer's because I don't like Walmart. But anyways, when I was reading the story, like I said, I like Benito. She's a bit of a criminal. She kind of, if not a bit of a criminal, she is a criminal. She is like some of the worst of the worst. She is not, she doesn't hesitate to kill people. She doesn't hesitate to bully. And you see how influential her character is because she's in jail. She's got the warden scared. She's got the prison guards and stuff on the payroll, got them moving and shaking for her. She's got people on the outside willing to kill for her. She even ends up breaking out of prison and stuff like that. So Benito is one of those characters. I'm like, this lady's just straight up badass. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Now, coming in at number 8, I want to say is Feira. I always miss the girl's name up. Like I said, I like her story. I like her character. I like the fact that she reminds Lisbeth of herself because she's this young woman that's being caught up in all of this craziness that doesn't make any sense, and how all of these people want her harmed and dead. And it's mostly a family thing. And the fact that it's a power play, she's kind of caught up in this, and how the fact is basically love that got her into this. So she's really she's one of the more tragic characters throughout the series as well. And I like what they do with her, that she does end up getting out of this, that she does end up stepping up in her life, and that Lisbeth does have a bit of influence on who she becomes as throughout the rest of the story. So I absolutely like her character. I think she's absolutely awesome. Um, I wrote down the other two characters, but I cannot freaking remember what their names were. Oh, I'm sorry. The other, I said it earlier. One of the other characters that I really enjoyed was Miriam. Miriam was a girl that I actually did like, who ends up being her the on again, off again girlfriend of Salander. You see that Miriam is one of those characters that she doesn't really get a lot of screen time, I guess you could say. But I do like her relationship with Salander, how Salander can be somewhat vulnerable to her, but at the same time still be so guarded. But Miriam is and another thing about her character. I think that she's a kickboxer, so she ends up doing some pretty cool shit. She's not helpless. She's actually smart. She's actually pretty resourceful. And I do like the fact that she actually has something going on for her. And I love the fact that her relationship with Salander ultimately does help Salander grow as a person, because she's one of those characters that does have this like string attached to her. So I really like her. I really wish she got a little bit more time, but I do ultimately like what she does to help Salander in the end. And I have to again say I really do like. Uh, Now I'm on the fence because I'm like, okay, is Paulo Roberto was one of the characters that I really like, and Sonya is the other character that I like, but I'm trying not to get Sonya mixed up because it was two characters. It was a woman character that was working with Blomkvist, and then there was a woman character that was trying to uh, protect Erica. But the problem is, I cannot remember which one. I can't remember the freaking lady's name now. I'm trying to look it up, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't remember. I think Sonya Modig was the character that helped Bloomfist. Um, Anyways, I can't remember the lady's name, but she was helping Bloomfist, and I liked her character too because she was very competent. A lot of the angst that happened in the story, where the cops were kind of against Lisbeth, she kind of was on her side because again, a lot of this is about abuse of women and kids, and she's actually a part of the people that fight against that. And I like that she becomes more and more objective with the story as it continues to go on. And I ultimately did like her relationship with Bloomfist. I thought she was strong. I thought she was capable. I thought she was interesting. When Bloomfist is about to get killed, she helps save him. So I really like her character. She was actually pretty badass. She had some really good moments. I did like the relationship between her and Bloomfist. I do feel it was kind of fast, but I'm like, there's a lot of stuff going on, and this ain't the time period where people actually spent like a year to get to know somebody before intimacy gets involved. But I actually like her character, and I'm sorry if it's the wrong one because, like I said, it was two women. I'm trying to remember which one. I think one of them was with the security company. Yes, one of them was with the security company. The one the security company was with Erica. Okay, and then the cop was with Bloomfist. Okay, yes, that's what it was. That's what it was. So Sonya Modig was the character. Bam! I figured it out. But anyways, um, the series also has some really good moments. Those are my top 10 favorite characters